It has been yet another week of exciting, interesting, disturbing news. Either way, it's a poiky that we are more than happy to season all for your laughter. My name is Ashwyn Mberi. Welcome to The Second Take.
The troubles we make, our biggest mistakes, questions that we cannot escape. It won't be long till they are gone. Just find a way to hold on. Cheer up, we're almost alive. Wipe the tear from your eye. It's alright. Don't give.
There's music galore at the VRS Sports Fields come December, when Local Cars Production brings you essays Mikasa and Paige, along with locals Jared G and DJ Malza on December 2nd. If jazz is more your style, don't miss the smooth sounds of Few Jazz, Casey, Letitia, Major Sevenths, Don Vino and Judith Sepulma on the 3rd. You can enjoy each event individually, or you can easily make a weekend of the two. Get your tickets online via eticket.my.na or at the NMH offices in General Muhammad Murtala Avenue in Eros. Brought to you in conjunction with Republicane, Exhibition and Events Warehouse, Yango, DB Audio and the Winter Country Club. See you there!
All right, let's get down to business. 40 years ago, Every Step You Take by the Police was topping the charts with Billie Jean by Michael Jackson right behind it. 40 years ago, Motorola was circulating the very first mobile phone, and Super Mario was 2 years from being created. Fast forward to today, Taylor Swift and Doja Cat are topping the charts. Cell phones are literally the center of our lives, and grown men can make a living from playing video games. Now, in all that time, Cameroon has had one president, Paul Biya, who is celebrating 40 years in power. He is 90 years old, and many voices within the ruling Democratic Rally of the Cameroonian people have already called for him to vie in the 2025 presidential election for an eighth 7-year term. Listen, my grandfather is not 90. He's relatively healthy, but I'm not asking him to lead even my youth group without prioritizing his rest and perhaps his rather conservative heart. Who asks anyone over the age of 80 to take up another shift leading an entire country? Well, the Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea, Zimbabwe, obviously. Museveni gets an honorable mention because he just looks the part, and the last addition to the old boys club is none other than Joe Biden. Now, all the presidents mentioned would have had their lunch taken by Paul Biya because even they are youngsters to him. And the thing about elderly folks is you can't make them do anything, even for themselves, because last year, thousands gathered in the capital Yaoundé to celebrate the president, and he did not attend. The man was too tired to celebrate. How much energy do you feel he has for the pertinent issues constantly stemming from Cameroon? At some point, we need to feel sorry for these leaders, so I am starting a movement. Hashtag Let Grandpa Rest, a Robert Mugabe-inspired movement that seeks to protect elderly Africans from working 30 years past their retirement age. Believe it or not, Grandpa Biya, it's for your own good. Trust me on this one. Moving on. Kenya's President William Ruto had a very busy week. Yep, from Julius Malema arriving in the country and essentially accusing him of blue-ticking him since he came into power, to widespread criticism of his State of the Nation address, and of course the backlash from rolling out the red carpet for King Charles to acknowledge without apologizing for colonial atrocities. But let's swing back to the State of the Nation address. One of the quotables was the following: "We must admit that as a country we had been living large and way beyond our means. Time has come to retire the false comforts and illusionary benefits of wasteful expenditure." Now, the Kenyan shilling has hit a record low during his presidency. There's an unemployment crisis and millions of Kenyans are living below the poverty line. Meanwhile, all of the above had to watch Ruto extravagantly host the King of England only to be told that they are living large. Mr. Ruto, allow me to submit that the only true false comfort is ruling without empathizing with the plight of the people. No one is saying that it's not wise to adjust your way of life if you are living above your means, but the Kenyans know where their wasteful expenditure is coming from, and it's not from the folks that have the power to change it. Let's take a short break. We'll be back with more stories from the week.
It's the Premier League, all on DSTV. All the goals, clashes, and moments. All of Rashford, Salah, and Saka.
This start is getting better and better and better.
All in HD. Available on all these bouquets to choose from. To watch on all these devices, get DSTV with an HD decoder, free installation plus 1 month compact for 1,549 Namibian dollars. It's the Premier League, all on DSTV.
All right, let's keep it going. In a stunning display of commitment to environmental innovation, Iceland's energy fund has bestowed a generous subsidy of 100 million Icelandic krona, roughly 13 million Namibian dollars, upon none other than the illustrious fishy fellows at Samherji. Because nothing says saving the planet like rewarding a company with ties to the fish rot corruption saga in Namibia. This bold move comes as Samherji, accused of engaging in a bribery bonanza since 2012 to get cozy with Namibia's fishy business, is apparently seeking redemption through the magic of carbon-free ammonia. Yes, you heard it right. Nothing washes away allegations of corruption like a good old switch from fossil fuels to fish-friendly ammonia. Honestly, this raises the bar for governments worldwide on how to tackle corruption. Just throw some green initiatives at it and voila, problem solved. I mean, who needs ethical fishing practices when you can have ammonia-powered absolution? It's like a facial cleanse for your conscience, sponsored by the Icelandic government. Because when it comes to dealing with corruption, why not go for the tried and true method of trusting the untrustworthy? Better the Saki Shangala, you know, I always say. All right, moving on. In an attempt to outdo even the most dazzling political acrobatics, Tunisia seems to be borrowing a page from the thrilling playbook of Zimbabwe, where President Kais Saied is turning the ban hammer on civil society faster than you can say Arab Spring nostalgia, inspired by Zimbabwe's maestro of authoritarian choreography, Emerson Mnangagwa, who last year unveiled the patriotic bill to standing ovations from human rights defenders. Just kidding, they were horrified. Now, Tunisia is gearing up for its own rendition of a crackdown on free speech. It's like the Arab Spring got a facelift and decided authoritarianism was the new way to move. Now, Mnangagwa's hit single, The Patriotic Bill, was hailed as a brutal assault on civic space, a term that, let's be honest, sounds like something out of a jazz album. Not to be outdone, Tunisia seems eager to join the authoritarian bandwagon with its own symphony of legislation aimed at giving the government the power to regulate or ban anything that looks at it funny, especially those pesky non-governmental organizations with their outrageous ideas about freedom and rights and all of that. Now, you might wonder, won't there be opposition to such bold moves? My friend, fear not. President Saied has, in his wisdom, granted himself executive powers. Just like a genie granting wishes, but, instead of wishes, it's literally executive orders. 2 years after his election, he dissolved parliament, drafted a custom constitution like a tailor at a dictatorship fashion show, and voila, the perfect recipe for political makeover. Who needs the Arab Spring when you can have the Arab Autumn, complete with falling freedoms and a crisp breeze of authoritarianism? Tunisia taking the stage and giving a standing ovation to the death of civil society. Bravo. Heartwarming moment of the week after the break.
Taking care of children can be one of the busiest jobs in the world. That's why CrècheGuard is here to give you a little help along the way. Start the day with Crishguard's immune syrup to help build a strong immune system. Crishguard also offers other tasty supplements, such as omega-3 chews to support brain development. And for healthy little tummies, look for Crishguard's range of probiotics that come in drops, sprays, and delicious choc bars. Trust in Crishguard every day for healthy little bodies and developing minds.
The next days are not a measurement of time, but the distance from here to the finish line. For the race you are running, for your kids, your career, your health, your future. Not away, but towards it. While the voice in your head reminds you it won't be easy. But by simply swinging your feet towards the floor, you've taken the first step. Grow for it with Stamino Grow. 5-in-1 supplement available at all leading pharmacies.
Welcome back to Second Take. Let's get into the heartwarming moment of the week. Now, in a world where smartphones are blamed for sabotaging relationships, TikTok emerges as an unexpected digital cupid, defying stereotypes of mindless dances and lip singing to become the ultimate matchmaker. Now, a groundbreaking survey unveils that a staggering 61% of TikTok users have forged lasting connections, challenging the need for real-life friends in the era of screen-to-screen connections. The revelation continues with 68% of participants feeling a sense of belonging on TikTok, surpassing familial bonds as the algorithm seemingly understands users better than anyone. Addressing the hollow pang of loneliness, TikTok claims to be the savior, with 64% of users asserting that the app makes them feel less alone, offering a 15-second escape from existential dread. Ironically, this digital connection extravaganza unfolds in South Africa, a nation apparently spending 9.5 hours a day online in spite of the consistent load shedding, dethroning sleep in favor of endless scrolling. I've got to say, there's nothing quite like transforming screen addiction into a pursuit of valuable connections and digital utopia defiance. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Global Take after the break.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Newsprint Namibia is a web offset printing operation that specializes in the printing of newspapers and commercial inserts. We are the leaders in our industry, with the highest quality print work and the shortest turnaround time from computer to print and delivery anywhere in the country daily. Newsprint was established mainly as a newspaper print company, but had to diversify its business to do commercial printing as required in the market. We print commercial inserts previously printed in South Africa in the shortest possible time. We, as an organization, also started printing workbooks for our education system and will also print textbooks for the Namibian market. For more information, please contact print@newsprint.com.
All right, let's get into our global take. Sacked Twitter employees in Africa are gearing up for a legal showdown with the platform formerly known as Twitter, now mysteriously dubbed X, claiming they were promised a golden parachute and all they got was a one-way ticket to frustration. The dismissed staff, who were part of Elon Musk's grand employee firing spree, are now threatening to sue the company for not delivering on the redundancy money they were apparently owed. Musk, who is the world's richest man and apparently a fan of swift personnel decisions, dismissed over 6,000 employees last year, citing daily losses that could apparently make a billionaire shed shed a tear. Sniff, sniff. Now, the African cohort, a modest group of fewer than 20, found themselves at the mercy of X after having just settled into their new office in Accra, Ghana. And now, the once-in-a-lifetime experience of being fired by the world's richest man has left the ex-employees lamenting the loss of income. You know, there's nothing quite like the delightful irony of realizing that someone with a casual, $335 billion in their pocket is ghosting you and casually moonwalking away from their financial commitments to you. Elon, I know you're South African, but I will need you to choose better heroes than Jacob Zuma. Pay back the money. TikTok of the week after the break. Time to get back to serious business. We're talking about the TikTok of the week, and the subject is absolutely serious. African math. Tell me if you relate.
African math is sending thousands of money back home for a house to be built only to come back to no house or somebody else's house.
My sister, thank you. In fact, let me even add to your list. African maths is being the top in your class but never helping your child when you claim to have scored A-star. African maths is sending money back home to people who you don't even know. African maths is beating your child and apologizing by cooking jollof rice. African maths is inviting people you don't know to your wedding. African maths is blaming everything on the devil. You've crashed your car. The devil is after me. No evil spirit against me shall prosper. Next time, indicate you want to merge lanes and you didn't indicate. Now you've crashed and it's somehow the devil's fault. Did he tell you to do I'm like this and you follow through? Now you sabi. African maths is holding your children hostage inside the house because your spirit said outside is dangerous. African maths is being loud and wrong. And on top of that, you're using Bible verses to guilt trip your children. African maths is planning things last minute and expecting everyone to be available. African maths is over-exaggerating every little thing. 24/7, you're doing up Nollywood actress. You've come back from work. Small plate I didn't wash is making you hyperventilate like a dog. As if I'm trying to kill you. Haba! Hapomaka. African maths is snapping picture everywhere you go like one tourist. And the pictures end up looking like this. And finally, you guys aren't even ready for this one. Omo, this one self is even the E equals MC squared of African maths. If you're African, I know you're very aware of this formula. Are you ready? Long hair plus earring equals gay.
Where is the lie? I'm asking you seriously. Where is the lie? What a wonderful TikTok from Pat ZMB. Stay with us. No, seriously, stay with us. I need to say goodbye to you. Don't be rude. Stick around.
E-Ticket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nhh.com.na.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
All right, from our Robert Mugabe-inspired hashtag Let Grandpa Rest to William Ruto needing to get to know his own people much, much better, and Elon Musk displaying Zuma-like tendencies. This was quite the show. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week. My name is Ashwyn Mberi. This was The Second Take.